It is time for the Drew Yari Show. Drew Yari.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. All right. Oh, man. How was your day?
Slow. It's just out here in New York City, it's the weather's pretty dreary, so I'm just chilling on my last day off of the week. So it's just been pretty quiet, dead.
Yeah, it's I know you're a busy boy with your job. How's Amazon?
Oh no, I don't work at Amazon.
Oh, where do you work at?
I don't know if you heard of this job. Well, the company, it's a new startup company here. It's called Gorillas. Yeah, it's based off of Germany, and they expanded to the U.S., and it's similar to what I was doing at Amazon, but smaller.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so the culture is much smaller. It's downsized, but the culture is much better, I meant to say.
So when did you stop working at Amazon?
All the way back in September of last year.
Well, I thought that was that was your recent job, but I don't know. I thought that was the job that you got recently. So the job you got right now, this Gorillas, how long have you been working there?
For about a month. Started in early June. Yeah.
How do you like it?
I mean, it's a breath of fresh air compared to the other jobs I have. I mean, it's not perfect. No job is.
No. And
where I feel like where a lot of people want to be at, where they don't have to do a 9 to 5. I mean, those who do it, I have all the respect in the world, especially those jobs that people don't want to do. But eventually, at some point, we want to retire or we want to be self-made, self-efficient. So that's, right now I'm in a better place, but I know I can see myself doing something better, being in a higher position.
Right. I mean, not for nothing. I was listening to Kevin's show, Kevin Castle's show, where he was talking about past jobs, and it's funny you say that because like he said, whenever he left those other jobs, his bosses would tell him, this doesn't seem like something you want to do. I'm just paraphrasing. This doesn't seem like something you want to do. It seems like you're, destined for something better. And, he ended up working in the music business, and, pretty soon he's, going back to work. So good for him. This is kind of off topic, and we'll get to the subject at hand. But how is New York doing as far as like COVID wise?
I mean, cases are going up, but I feel like it's gonna happen. I mean, people are out and about. There's just certain things that we can't stop unless we have everyone in the house 24/7 in bubble suits, wearing 3 masks, which is dumb, in my opinion, but it's just people. It's just gonna be the nature of the beast. It's just gonna have a lot of people out and out, and there's just some risk I feel like people had to deal with. I mean, if we were afraid of getting on, public transportation, then we wouldn't be, New York City. The major cities rely on public transportation. People rely on cars. to get where they need to go. So it's just certain things we got to live with. But I mean, here, especially where I'm at, Hipster Central, a lot of people are, out and about. They're, they're wearing their masks, especially when they go into places of, business. But, just see people just going about their lives. And the homelessness is an issue too. That's a whole other thing entirely.
Yeah, Texas is pretty bad over here too. The county that I live in is I saw is a hotbed for COVID. COVID cases are spiking, which is bad. Because they already announced yesterday to bring back the mask mandate. So, which I don't mind wearing a mask. I got vaccinated and I still wear a mask. So it's really it's not an issue for me to wear a mask, but it's just like, it's one of those things of like, what can you do? Because you can easily, we can easily just say, to wear a mask and get vaccinated. It's like, well, you can still get COVID if you even if you get vaccinated, or even if you wear a mask. So, it's just one of those things where I would like to think people are going to take it more seriously now than they did when it happened the first time. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too optimistic, but I would like to think that people can be a little bit more prepared now, because I don't see another shut or a lockdown coming soon. I really don't, because we just got businesses back, and the president and a lot of these other businesses had spent so much time and money, coming back, and all in all, they spent a lot of time coming back. I don't see them going, okay, we need to shut down again. We need to completely shut down. Like I would like to think that they're gonna be a lot more precautious, like especially if it's like a Target where it's like, oh, we're only allowing this many people inside Target. Oh, we're only allowing this many people inside of GameStop.
Right.
Or if you're like going into, let's say you're going to a basketball game, they're going to be precautious and test people. They're going to do the temperature thing, which I think is bullshit, by the way. But
it is because we did that at Amazon, and in the beginning, we did that, and you already know my feeling on Amazon. We had a warehouse here in Staten Island, the borough of Staten Island here in New York, and there was a lot of positive cases in the beginning back in 2020, and people were, they actually protested, and guess what Amazon did? They fired the person who initiated the protest, and they wanted to keep it hush hush. So at that time, I was going to just stay home when that was going on, but they initiated the temperature check. They had like a cleaning crew to like disinfect everything, which that in itself is kind of pointless when you're in a warehouse. There's just certain things about warehouse that aren't clean. Yes, things can be cleaner, hygiene. Like even before the pandemic, I would see people go to the bathroom, not wash their hands, and I'll be in the bathroom, wash my hands. They go out, come out of the stall, they move away from the urinal, and they just leave. And I'm just like, and mind you, this is before COVID. This is like before the end of the world, and you just have people that are not conscious about their hygiene. And then these are the same ones that be telling us, hey, you gotta wear a mask. Hey, you gotta, get the shot or whatever. And it's like, who are you? Like, number one, who are you to tell me what to do? A, B, you are the most unhygienic person ever to say anything. And it's like, I see that a lot. You have a lot of people who are very dirty, and I say this because I try to be clean. I take pride in having good hygiene, but I just see a lot of people out here faking the funk. You know, I see out here people, as they say here, capping. They're lying about, you know, and they're trying to overcompensate. And these are the ones that really go hard about masks. They go hard about, you know, telling people what to do. They have a power trip over, you know, they get that power trip from telling people what to do. And it's like, well, I wonder how well his or her hygiene is. And usually it's not up to par. And, you know, also where it matters, especially when it goes and ties in the belt, a lot of people don't have that a good hygiene there, and those are the ones to be telling. Those would be the hardcore ones telling you need a mask up or whatever. It's pretty wild.
Right. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, you know, I hope there isn't another lockdown. I really don't. I just kind of hope people are a lot more safer now and a lot more precautious. I mean, if there is a lockdown, I mean, hopefully it's not for like a whole month or months. But you know, I don't know. All in all, I think we should maybe be a little bit more smarter about this. You know what I mean?
I mean, I say this, and we could move on to the topic at hand.
Okay.
I mean, we did the lockdown, didn't work. Get the mask, didn't work. We got the shot. Then we're told, well, even when you get the shot, you gotta, you know, wear a mask. And you know, here in New York City, you know, they had these campaigns, you know, these black and yellow posters up, where even on the buses, because they have LED screens on the buses now, on the trains too, and they're like, oh well, you gotta, even if you're vaccinated, you still gotta wear a mask. And you know, it's pretty wild that it went from A to B to C to D. It's like, what's going to work? And I feel like people are realizing, wait a minute, we were told stay home for a year and a half. We're told to wear a mask. And in the beginning, they said that didn't work, but it was due to the fact that they didn't want a mask shortage, which, you know, where those masks come from. They come from China, India. And they don't work. They're not meant to work. Especially when I was on Amazon, we had a lot. Like, we'll have boxes of masks, and those were the really, 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 really cheap ones that we were getting during the pandemic. Before, you know, the end of the world hit in 2020, we had the better quality masks. And China was the one who brought all those up, the good ones. They brought it back, and then they gave us all the cheap shit.
Right.
So, because mind you, I'm working Amazon as long as I did, and I not only hear things, but I see things. So this is true here. And again, we were told, hey, stay home. That didn't work. As soon as people went out, cases went up. Of course, when you're at home for a long time, you're not doing your normal routine, you're in the house, you're not around people. So the same way you used to go into the gym, you have a routine, and then as soon as you stop that, you get weaker, you lose your gains, your cardio goes down, you feel weaker, slower, endurance is lower. So then when you go back out in the world and you're trying to get your gains back, you're going to feel weak. Same thing with the immune system. Right. You've been at home for months, you get out and your body's more vulnerable to catching something. So that didn't work. Then wear a mask, and you know what we were talking about earlier, people are dirty. I've seen people wear the same mask for days, for weeks. And of course, that didn't work. Then the shot, then it's like, oh, well, you still got to wear a mask. You still got to do the whole thing. So my whole thing is, this is like a legit question. I mean, I know the answer to it, but it's the legit question that people are asking. So what do we do? What's next? If we done all these things, it doesn't work. And there really is no answer, because it's just meant to be like a hamster wheel. we do this, doesn't work, do that, doesn't work. It's just revolving around and around, and it's meant to, of course, get people riled up and get people fighting, just more division, and that's this. It's very divisive, and I hate that. People will do what they need to do. They will take the risks. They will live accordingly. They will modify their lives if that means they got to deal with this, because you don't want another lockdown.
No.
You really don't want another lockdown. Like with the middle class, it won't take another hit. They have another lockdown. That's it. You're gonna have UBI, and it's wrap. It's a wrap. As they say in the wrestling business, okay, we gotta bring it home. It's a wrap. So it's pretty whack, but it's just, I feel like certain shit we gotta just live with. And if you take care of yourself accordingly, you don't gotta worry about it. You know, I'm all for personal responsibility, but it's just certain risks that we gotta live with, or else like we'll be cooped up at home for eternity.
We'll be cooped up like zombies? Is that what you're trying to say, Ruben?
I mean, yeah, we already got zombies. we already got zombies.
Segue.
Yeah, good segue. We already got zombies. We got zombies in here in New York City. Bunch of homeless, bunch of zombies. We call them zombies out here in New York City, by the way. I don't know what you call them out in over there in Texas. But yeah, we got zombies.
Well, actually, it's funny enough. Funny you say that, because like the neighborhood by my job, we actually call it Zombie Land because it's nothing but meth heads over there. But
the Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.